All right. Kanyang. Signs you're self-initiating. Okay. First, let's talk about self-initiation. What is it? Self-initiation is about um, going through this spiritual path. We're talking about as healers, going through this spiritual path where you're going to be helped by your ancestors. Sometimes they'll help you through the dreams, and sometimes they'll be talking to you or with just visions, right? Or sometimes they'll direct you to a mentor. That is self-initiation journey. Now, signs that shows that you're self-initiating, there are too many. There are too many. If your ancestors are going to be the ones initiating you, meaning that they will be um, initiating you as like a gobela. I'm talking about they are talking to you and they will be telling you what is coming your way or whatever that they're showing you in dreams, what it means. So that means you'll hear them. You'll hear them. You'll hear them, and then they'll tell you that they are taking you on a self-initiation journey. So they'll tell you about Bakro Twasisa or Bazo Twasisa. Your own ancestors will tell you that. You'll hear them in your ears. You'll talk to them. They'll come and introduce themselves to you and they'll tell you who they are and their roles, right? That is number one sign. Now, if your ancestors haven't yet activated you in a way that you can hear them, so they'll come to you, they'll talk to you in the dream state. They'll initiate you in the dream state. So the sign that shows that they'll be taking you on an self-initiation journey. And what they will tend to do is sometimes they will start you small, with small dreams. And then when you come back to them, explaining what it is that you've seen, what it is that you've had in the dream state and what it is that you understand. So they will work with you on that. You'll see that you understand them, right? But even if you don't understand them better, but they will see that at least you're taking in information. So they will start feeding you more information. That is when they're self-initiating you. So they will do that. And then they will make you aware that they're self-initiating you. So if you ask them, they will tell you that they will take you on this process themselves, even though it will be just in the dream state. Okay? And then if they see where you struggle as they are initiating you, they will send you to someone, a mentor, right? They'll send you to someone who will be able to take the information and then process the information as they give it to you. Remember that you are self-initiated. That means information is coming directly from your people. Okay? That is the second sign if they're just feeding you through in dreams. Now, if, let's say, you're too far where you won't be, let's say maybe they wanted to send you to someone to help you, because there are reasons why they send us to people, right? There's an exchange, like I keep on saying, there's an exchange of information, there's an exchange of knowledge with the said ancestors that they send you to, right? And sometimes us, the living, might not see it, but there's an exchange of information and there's more to it. And there's more to what our ancestors are doing with the people that they sent us to, those families. There's more spiritually that they do. There's more things that are happening spiritually with our ancestors. Anyway, let's say you're too far. Let's say you're away. You're not in a place where your ancestors would have seek guidance from other people's ancestors' children to help you, like a govela. So they'll work with you. they will start initiating you because they will realize that where you are unable to seek help from others. But then they will work with, they will try you a little bit to see if you are able to process the information that they're giving you. Oh, wow. We've got people here. Thobela, YouTube, YouTube. Just did I breach? Did I breach something? Someone, YouTube chat service is saying, hello, we are contacting you regarding community guideline breaches. You have 20 minutes to reply with your jurist. Oh, I don't think it's YouTube. Thobela, Grishan. Wow, I almost got taken by that. Makosi Lesedi, Togozani Spo, Makosi Aubagui, and Makosi Shirley. I was almost taken by that. Ndaure Lewang, yes, we're talking about self-initiation. A lot of us have gone through self-initiation. Science. And a lot of people are going through self-initiation. But the problem is that sometimes when we are at the early stages and we don't actually understand what is happening to us, we don't go back to our ancestors for them to, gosh. Is it maybe the way I'm sitting down? Maybe it's the way I'm sitting down. I'm feeling a bit. Hey. I hope I don't trance live on air. Okay. Okay. Yes. So what I was just trying to say is that when you're on this self-initiation journey, sometimes a lot of people don't realize they're on the journey. But because of the confusion with dreams, with what your people are giving you, people don't try to, try to interpret their dreams and reflect back to their ancestors so that the ancestors can see things that they can do. They can change because they have to change the way that they're running the dreams for you, in order for you to understand them. And they always, it's like writing a script for you to go in that dream stage so that they can give you information. So if their writing is not good for you because they are writing that script and you're reading it and your interpretation is different to what they're trying to bring out to you, the information they're trying to bring out to you. So what they'll do is they'll go back and try to write it in a way that you'll understand. But sometimes during that confusion, sometimes people will just take the information and go somewhere else and think that they're supposed to be going for someone to help them when their ancestors could do it themselves. But anyway, we are not talking about that. We're talking about the signs that shows that we are on a self-initiation journey. Self-initiation journey is difficult, but if you are patient, you're patient with your people, you're patient with them, it will be easy for you to go on it. When I'm talking about patient, I'm talking about even if you're finding it difficult to interpret their messages, you keep on going back to them. Gosh, I'm feeling like, I'm feeling like, I'm feeling too, strange, isn't it? Anyway, like you always need to go back to your people for them to make you understand their messages properly. So you always have to do that. Yes, I'm feeling a bit like I've got that heat there. Like I'm like the trance heat. Very strange. Okay. Dumela Tabo, or maybe I've started this. Maybe I've started this on a, how do I say it? You, hiya. Ancestor spirits of guys, what did I do wrong here? Okay, yes. Maybe I just need to talk to you instead of just like I'm preaching, isn't it? Somebody say it is nice, but quite a lonely road. Okay, all right, okay. Yes, it can be very lonely. But we should not be feeling like that. We should not be. I'm saying that, but I know what to talk about. I'm a self-initiated healer, isn't it? I've gone through that loneliness. I understand what you're talking about. But yes, we found our tribe here. That's why I'm here. But then I'm here and I'm feeling like my spirit, like, hey, yeah. Or maybe it's what I've eaten. I've been doing so well, and today I've just because of what I've eaten late as well, might have messed up my system. If it's not the ancestors. Anyway, let's talk to each other. Remember, just to say, the reason why I'm doing this, I just want to mention something. What I'm talking about here when I'm saying sign, I'm talking about when your ancestors will come and talk to you themselves, where you hear them. Sometimes you'll just get dreams in your dreams. And they will tell you that, in the dreams, they will tell you that you're on the self-initiation journey. Or even if they don't tell you, but you see that you're progressing as a self-initiated person who will be progressing. As you reply to their dream, they give you more. Ooh. Gosh. So as you reply, they give you more. You reply, they give you more. What the hell is happening today? Guys, are you hiding there? Are you hiding there? Hey, but my spirit is kind of feeling strange. Like strange, isn't it? It's not even the cold. Anyway, let's talk to you. Then you talk about patience, just as I noted, Makosikuk. Today, the spirit is high. Me too. Yeah, it must be something out there, isn't it? Because, hey, I'm feeling strange, honestly. I haven't felt like this. I've never actually felt like this in a session. It could be me. Tell me, what are you saying? What's happening with you? Tell us. Maybe you relax us. What's happening with you? Hey, my spirit is in full force, isn't it? Give the messages, go. Listen, I don't have messages like that. Maybe you're supposed to give us important messages. I don't think I have Tobela Otter. I don't think I have, unless if my people have something. Hey. Not one thing I don't want is my people trancing me on live session. That is not what I sign up for. I prefer the trances where I just know that they are about to say something, not trancing where I start doing the shaking bit and doing other things that I'm not used to. I, I prefer not those things. I prefer the things I'm used to. I prefer just being here and listening to my ancestors, and I just be quiet. And then I say, my ancestors say this. Not this, gosh, this thing that is happening to me is different. It's different, unless if my ancestors, spirits and guys, they want you guys to see something. Hey, now I've got like something there on my neck there, up there, like a tense kind of feeling. It's very, very tense. You, it's a different thing that I'm feeling. It's a different thing. Anyway, I do not want those things, guys. Some of us, we want to be ready for showing other things that we want to be inside in Dumbas, doing these things in our private spaces, not on live sessions. Anyway, I was talking about self-initiation, and I'm getting these kind of disturbances. And maybe it's a teaching, isn't it? My people want you to understand what it is like to trance, isn't it? So maybe they want to trance me on live session, which is not something I will want to happen, especially those kind of unusual trances. Anyway, we're talking about self-initiation and self-initiation. So is self-initiation journey to some they just fall, not fall. Self-initiation journey. Remember that sometimes why we will go to others is because we are finding it difficult, right? And then we'll go and seek help from others. And while you're there, if someone understands your people, they will let you know that you're on a self-initiation journey and you can do it. But the only issues where it becomes difficult, and even the signs, some people, some signs, when they come to them, they think they're supposed to go somewhere. You can't, for me, since I've been working with people that are mentor and people that I have to self-initiate, like I have to not self-initiate, people that are mentor who are self-initiating, and people who comes in. I'm on live. I'm not sure. 12.
Now.
And what? I'm busy here. Can you go?
Can I say hi?
You can if you're gonna say something nice.
Hi.
Or you can just say hi. It doesn't matter.
Bye.
Anyway, that was my daughter. Anyway, so we're talking about self-initiation journey, right? Gosh, maybe it's not right for self-initiation journey. So someone asked something, right? I'm all over the place, guys. I'm all over the place. You have to bear with me today. Bear with me today because I'm all over the place with this thing that is happening to me. Okay. Spo said, how do they let you know go? How do what ancestors let you know that you're self-initiating? Is that what you mean? Remember that some people, they hear their ancestors after they've finished self-initiating. Some people, they hear their ancestors at the beginning. I'm talking about self-initiates. Some, they hear them at the beginning. Some, they hear them when they finish self-initiating. Oh, not finish self-initiating, because self-initiation journey, I have to say, guys, it doesn't look like it ends. It doesn't look like it ends. It doesn't look like it ends. Oh, there we go. Yes, Goku. What signs show that you self-initiating? This is what I want to explain the signs. I want to give you the reasons why I can't give them plain like that, because I see people who are self-initiating and they're coming to me to mentor. And I see people coming to me and they're coming to me and they need to be initiated full-time. So they're like matwasana, full-time matwasana, not part-time as self-initiated will be. Now, all of them, they will come with similar signs. The only reason with matwasana is that sometimes there will be things that they need. Okay, they're all matwasana, isn't it? But they're just matwasana, but mentoring as well. Anyway, the only difference with someone who is sent directly to a healer is that sometimes your ancestors will just they will be giving you dreams before, they send you to a Gobela, right? They'll be giving you dreams, then they see that you're really not getting them. You're not getting them. Then they send you to a Gobela. You don't just go to a Gobela without signs before. They give you signs before. The same signs that they give self-initiate. But you, because you will not be able to process and do the things that they're doing the way that they want you to do, they will now take that path of a Gobela one where they send you to someone directly to do exactly the same thing that the self-initiate will do. Right? So, like I said, signs will be two different ones. So your people will tell you directly that you are self-initiating. They'll be the ones taking care of you. Number two, your people will tell you in the dream that they're self-initiating you if you ask. My people have been getting this dream. I don't understand what is happening. My child will do things ourselves. This is their reply to you. My child will do will do things ourselves. Those are the signs. Simple. Not just because your ancestor sent you a dream of a blank ancestral cloth, you need to buy it. Is a sign that you're self-initiating. You can get those things where they give you they give you the ancestral cloth. I mean, they give you messages for you to get ancestral cloth. You get them. It takes almost a year. You just collecting whatever that your ancestors need. And then they're not forthcoming with like information that will start you on your journey. But when you're self-initiating, like seriously self-initiating, when they are processing you, not processing, when they are starting you, preparing you to start working, this will be frequent. You'll be like you're at school. Every day you're learning. Every day you're learning. Every day you go to bed, you're learning. Tomorrow you're waking up, you're learning. So they'll start you properly like that, like every day. We are not even talking about. I haven't even touched on. You go on this beat where you feel like that's separating you from others and stuff like that. We are not talking about the awakening beat. I'm just talking about when they're self-initiating you, the signs that they're self-initiating you. They will be straightforward with you. For 3 months or 4 months or 5 months straight, they'll be self-initiating you because they just, when I'm saying they will be initiating you, they'll be initiating you because they just want you to finish and start working. And like when I'm saying start working, like where they're even telling you are a healer and what kind of a healer you are and what kind of name they are giving you and then what kind of Ndumba they want you to prepare. What Ndumba they want you to have, what kind of things you're going to be working, what kind of modalities you're going to be using, like as we talk about healing, how you're going to be healing people or how you're going to be working with people, or if ever you're going to be working with people, this is what you're going to be doing. So it will be like frequent. It becomes too much, right? Those will be the real signs you're self-initiating. And then when they finish, they'll make sure that you do something that shows like you graduate. I'm not talking about school graduation, I'm talking about the healer graduation. Two different things. Graduation from school is different from graduating as a healer, meaning that introducing yourself to your family and community is totally different things. Okay. Is there a time duration for self-initiation? Tabo, as you see me like this, I started I started self-initiating properly. When I can say self-initiating properly, I started going on this self-initiation journey properly from July 2019, right? My ancestors came, I think, around December of that year, November, December of that year, to tell me they're going to be self-initiating me. Today is what date? 22nd of August 2024. I am still self-initiating. I am still self-initiating. I am still training. So I'm still training. But my training, it goes in stages, right? It goes in stages. I get to be trained when I have someone coming in, not someone as a person, like a spirit or whatever. If I'm introduced to new spirit, I'll go on the training session with that spirit. If I'm being introduced to new entities with new gifts, I have to go on a training with that straight kind of training. Like for 3 months straight, I'll be, because I think most of mine, they go like 3 months, I think 10 weeks to 12 weeks kind of training, like serious training. I'll be training with that spirit or training with that entity. Hey, Kunzima today. Guys, what are you doing to me? Hey, ubutata today, ubutata. What are you guys, what are you coming with? You're affecting me. Yes, so I am still on that. I'm still learning. Learning doesn't stop. All right. Time duration for self-initiation. I'll answer that. Let's see. Dreaming being being them putting that gold skull on your head is self-initiating. Pardon me, I don't know what it's called. That's Lucidi. What is the difference between graduating and the other part? Remember that a lot of things that they do, our ancestors do in the dream state, when they're self-initiating you, they do exactly the same thing that they will do when you are with the Gobela. The self-initiating dreams, or when you're self-initiating, these are not self-initiating dreams, but when, because they want you to understand what it is like being with a Gobela, and what the kind of things that you're going to be doing as well, if you have people coming to you. Because remember that when you're self-initiating, when you become a healer, that means you're going to have self-initiates coming to you and people coming to you as a Gobela. You're going to be mentoring people and you're going to be teaching people who are with you full time. Right? Training, what they call it? When someone is learning on the job. what happens when someone is learning on the job? What do we call them? Matwasana, but I want the English term. Oh, gosh, the English is gone. Guys, remember that some people, they train, you go to intern, not intern, the other one, apprentice kind of, yes, apprentice kind of, yes. So you will have people who you are mentoring, and you have people who are just there with you, learning on the job. Right? So they have to teach you about the things that you're talking about, Lesedi. I think that's Lesedi. The things about the gallbladder, the gold gallbladder on the head. It's the things that people do, isn't it? When you're in people's ndumbas, in their practice places. So they will teach you those things. It doesn't mean that you have to go to a traditional healer to do those things. They're just showing you that we do these things for this, we do this kind of things for this, we do this certain. So sometimes as self-initiate, they'll show you, you'll be like you yourself, the self-initiate, you'll be in a governor's house in the dream. There, trying to find information about something, going there as if you are the Twasana yourself, because they're teaching you that it is like this. Even you, when you have your own Indumba, you work like this. Practicals in the dream state, but you do practicals in real life. In the dream state is theory, in real life is practicals. That's why sometimes we keep on talking about, we copy and paste what our ancestors teach us in dreams. We copy and we paste as we practice in real life. If you love doing the things that they show you. So they have to bring the setting, Ndumba setting, like you as a healer, you work like this with others. So even when they're teaching you about the songs, isn't it, that are the songs that we sing when we are with other healers and stuff like that. So they'll put you in that setting in the dream state where you are with other healers, or you're going to mountains with other healers, because it is what it is, isn't it? That's what you'll be doing, going there to look for herbs, or going there to partner up there in the mountains, or going to the rivers. So practicals is real life, isn't it? Theory is in the dream state. They show you that we do things like this. But remember, when they want you to go to someone, they will show you that you need to go to someone as well. And the reason why they want you to go to someone, even as a self-initiate, because there are some things you might not be able to do on your own. And sometimes it's good to build relations with people else, with other healers. So by going there, actually this helps you better, especially when you're going to be graduating, to have someone who can be your backup, especially if your ancestors are just the ones talking to you. You don't have a mentor. It's just you and your ancestors. It's always good to have someone who can validate. Right? So you need to build relationships with people outside who are healers. So if they send you there, or if you go there just to see when the comes, you go there and they see you, another healer in training, that you're another healer in training, they're going there and doing whatever that they do, enjoying the drums and the music as well. It's always good. Remember that we can't always be alone. We need others. And some of you, you'll have the divine helpers. Someone was talking about graduating and the other part. Oh, when I'm saying graduating, remember, graduating in graduating because you just finished your high school in the dream is different. Graduating because you finish your university course in dreams is different, right? Now, graduating as a healer, homecoming, healer's homecoming, that's what I'm talking about, healer's homecoming, is when now the revealing of you as a healer to the whole family, the whole community, because they have to know that there's a healer, isn't it? So for the fact that you have that big do, the small do for others is a small do where They are coming, the family, I'm talking about your whole family, extended as well, and your community are coming in for your homecoming, for the revealing of you as a healer to them, because you're going to be working with them. So they need to know that you need to invite them to celebrate your homecoming, isn't it? Your opening of your ndumba. Oh, okay, my battery is going flat. Oh, let me charge it. Yeah, it's not charging. Let me do this. Yeah, it's charging now. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I'm getting better now, isn't it? I feel like I'm getting better. Gosh, I've never felt like that before. That was different. That was different. Yes, the homecoming. So that is the difference. Homecoming, graduation kind of thing, like the revealing of. Gosh, I get confused with revealing or revealing, isn't it? Yeah, revealing. There's a new healer now. We are here to celebrate. Yes. Wow. Actually, it's the opening of your practice, actually, if you think about it as well. You're opening your practice and you're celebrating being a healer. Okay. So where was I? Put this too far, I can't see. On what? Something have a name. I have been dreaming a lot about being at school. Could that be out of initiation? Not necessarily. Depends. Being at school, everyone's supposed to go to school. I mean, to learn, to see themselves properly and how they're doing things, to see where they're getting it wrong or to see where they can do better. People should go to school. It doesn't necessarily mean you're initiating. I use school dreams a lot, especially when I need to find information from other people's ancestors. Use the school to show me where your child is. Use school to show me where I could be helping or where I should see myself fitting in with your child. When people are coming to me, I ask them, school is the best place. We can learn a lot about each other by using this school. So ancestors, you know how it is like. You know what the school setting is like. You know how to set people in the classroom. So use the school setting to show us where your child stands. So it's not necessarily that someone is initiating. Okay, it's not necessarily that. Or I can just say, if someone is coming to me and they've got issues, their relationships, they've got a problem, marriage problems, I say to their ancestors, just use school. I just want to understand your child. Use school. Bring your child in the school class, in the classroom, with the person that they are talking about. I just want to observe something about them and their relationship. So it's not necessarily that someone is there to learn something and they're going to come out with something. It can be it's the setting that is just used for that particular reason, for whatever it is that your ancestors want to show you. But when you are at school of healers, it's a different thing. That one is a different thing. You are there, yes, you're initiating. There's no other way that we can turn it around. There's no turning around. Initiation school of healers, there it is. is a different thing. But school setting, we're talking about school setting where you do A, E, I, U. You know that you are in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, or you are in secondary school, or you are in university. That is different, right? It's different things altogether. But school of healers, then it is school of healers. You're there to learn to become one. Okay. Okay. Thabo saying what? O fihlile kgoši. O fihlile kgoši ke kgoši e feng? Okay. All right. Okay. Initiate mask. Thabela mask. Maverick. Yes, the trainee, yes, the initiates. Yes, we were job shadowing. Yes, that's what we were talking about. But there was one way. There was one word I was thinking about. Yes, all of those are exactly what it is. But job shadowing is when you know something, isn't it? Now you're just shadowing someone before you start. That is like when you finish, isn't it? Now you job shadowing. It's different. Training would be good when you're still training. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about, anyway, let's forget about it. You guys got me. When do they start to teach you how to crawl, divine, and be able to help? Okay. Now here that will depend on who is initiating you. Now, as a self-initiate, remember you've got your ancestors, you've got your water spirits, you've got you are an Istunya, you are an angel, you are a messenger. You, right? You've got other spirits that I do not yet know about. You've got spirit entities, right? Remember, I'm just mentioning things that I'm aware of. Others, I'm not mentioning things that I don't know. I'm mentioning things I'm aware of. Now, as self-initiate, if your ancestors comes first to initiate you, that means your ancestors can initiate you and they can come with all their signs. They show you, you throwing bones. That's the first sign you see. You see a sign, maybe you've got ancestral cloth. They show you a lion cloth. That is another sign. This is your ancestors, isn't it? They show you, what else can my ancestors use? With Leshuba, right? You're there standing out there with Leshuba, standing in front of the crowd, bringing down the rules, right? This is another sign, isn't it? This is your ancestor signs, right? You're going to be self-initiating, they're going to be self-initiating. Now, you've got water spirits. I want to answer that question, that one. When do they start to teach you how to crawl? Then you've got what? You've got water spirits, right? I've already said about the signs that if it is your ancestors who are going to come first to teach you about things, they will come with all those things. They will show you that you can hear people talking, and they will show you in the dreams that you can hear, or you can tell, you can see when someone is hiding, even if they're not showing it. You can tell because your ancestors are saying that you've got those eyes that can see things that others cannot see, right? Because that's your gift, isn't it? It's your ancestors. Now, if it is your ancestors who are going to come and just train you, they'll come and train you. And they'll train you, and they'll even teach you about how you crawl people, right? And they'll show you when they're ready. they can start showing people coming to you, you calling them, divining for them. And then when you're out there on the street, when you're seeing people, somehow you think you're looking at someone, but your ancestors use their third eye because they're opening you up, isn't it? You're seeing something that your ancestors want you to see. You're like, did I not? Obviously, third eye opened up. You saw something. Obviously, it's not something physically, it was not there, but your ancestors used your third eye to see that thing they wanted you to see because they're showing you that you're open now. Now, if it is for hearing, remember, I'm just only explaining about ancestors. If it's for hearing, your ancestors will start saying things to you, give you messages, isn't it? Saying something about that person. You say something, you mention something, your ancestors say, here, see, you can hear us. We are saying something, someone says something. How did you know? Oh, I thought I heard. Because it's the hearing, it's opening. Right? Now you are in a place, something doesn't sound right or doesn't smell right. There's nothing, but you are smelling. Wadupa, you can smell. There's something here that's not right. Maybe someone is sick. You can smell that smell of, I should not say that. When something is on its last stage, you can smell it. Right? Ancestors can make you smell that. Because they're opening your senses, isn't it? Right? All those things are opening up now so that you can talk to, you can receive people. Now, if they are like those ancestors now, they will start even inviting other ancestors so that they can send their people to you. You're sitting there at home, someone comes in, my people have sent me to you. There, you start. They're saying start, even though you didn't think you're ready. Right? Your ancestor is saying, someone is there, I've been sent here. You're still in doubt, but my people have sent me here. I don't know, I've just ended up here. I just didn't even know this place existed, but my people sent me here. Then your ancestors start saying, my child, this is someone for you. We will help you deal with the person, because remember, it's not you, it is us. We are giving you the messages, everything will give you, information will give it to you. That's you starting to divide. That's you starting to crawl. Now, if there are tools that you're supposed to use, your ancestors will start making you collect those tools. But remember that some people, they don't have to use tools. Some people, when someone comes, the person is there in their presence, then they go and look for something for that person. The muti that is needed for that person, they'll go and sort it out and bring it to heal that person. Because you don't need to use tools, or you probably have dreamt about them before, the night before. And then there they are in the morning in your house. Now, when you've got all these other spirits, water spirits and stuff like that, all of them, they will come with all their signs. They'll come with all their signs. Some will come, will know them by the ancestral thoughts that they will bring to you. Some will know them by the way that they come to us, the dreams where we see snakes, we see different kind of things coming to us. Then we know that there's a presence of that other spirit. Now, if, let's say your ancestors, I'm talking about self-initiate. Let's say your ancestors, you just one day, 2 years ago, you dreamt about a leopard print cloth. And now, you're Istuyo, because remember, you are Istuyo. You are a messenger. The source given gift is opening up. Not your ancestors' one. The source given gift, the gift that you're born with, is opening up. It will open up nicely for you, depending on the kind of gift you have and how you're going to be operating. It will start opening, that you'll be activated the way that they will activate you. Remember that it's different ways of activation as well. So if you're self-initiating as well, there will be different ways that your Istunya gift will open up for you. It's nothing to do with water, spirits. It's nothing to do with ancestors. It is you. It's to your gift. So it will start operating first before all other gifts. So when it operates, then all other gifts will come in. Right? So you can actually even go for years just working as is to your messenger with your candle, just lighting a candle and reading the candle flame, just doing this, and you say, travel, travel, travel. When you are trolling someone, when you're divining someone. Just using candle. This way, the way the flame is going, it is all troubles. I remember that a lot of us want to hear troubles first. So it is all good. But people don't want to come for good, isn't it? People want to come for troubles first. So at least they feel that remember that we are talking properly as nice self-initiate. A lot of us want to deal with the trouble first and then tell me the good news. Don't tell me the good news and then you're going to tell me about something that is going to depress me. Depress me first and then I'll get excited afterwards. I was talking about initiation, self-initiation, guys. We're talking about self-initiation, right? Nothing else. And remember that you don't need, as a self-initiate, you don't need to finish training all these other spirits, all ancestors, all of them before you start working. You can just work with your prophetic Istunywa gift. You can just work with your ancestors' gift while you're waiting for the Nzunzas and the Mandawes. You can work with Mandawi while waiting for your ancestors to finish their things and all other things, all other spirits to finish their things. You can just work with Nzunza, depending on your Nzunza spirit and the ancestors that come with Nzunza, what gifts they have. Right? Your Nzunza can just come up with all the tricks, right? And then you work with ancestors who comes after with all their divination boons and other nice things that they come with. Right? Or you can work with spiritual entities. You can be giving us beautiful news with spiritual entities. I have not yet met anyone who works only with spiritual entities. So I'll be the wrong person if you were to think about asking me a question. I wouldn't know because I haven't worked with anyone just working straight spiritual entities, no ancestors, nothing else. I haven't been given the honor to work with someone like that. All right, where were we? Okay, do a name change or a name given is fixed? Do our names change? I think they do change. Mine changed. I was Ngakatlogolo, then I became Mogolo Makosi Amakhulu Tlogolo. So from Ngakatlogolo to Mogolo Makosi Amakhulu Tlogolo. That was a change. Okay. So I've been dreaming a lot about Umgate lately. Not seeing anything but hearing the word Umgate. Wow, Spo, you're ready. I mean, you've been given a name. You're supposed to have Umgate. You're supposed to have it. Lizzie Makosi, please also explain the beginning. Do we enter into soul contacts? Are they generational gifts or just gifts we are born with and ancestors just help us navigate them? Please also explain the beginning. Do we enter into soul contacts? Explain that bit properly for me to be able to go into it. The soul contacts first. and then I'll answer the other bit. Just explain so that I don't think I'm thinking about something, but I want to make sure that what I'm thinking is what you're questioning as well. Dream within a dream, is that a prophetic gift being activated? Dream within a dream is not necessarily a prophetic gift being activated. No, but if your prophetic gift is being activated, it can happen with dream within a dream. Remember that, yes, it can happen like that, but there are so many dreams within a dream and nothing to do with prophetic gift, something to do with just a message. I get my messages, serious, important messages, especially with people I work with. Their dreams, their information for me as a healer comes as a dream within a dream within a dream, because it's a dream that is coming to my dream state to come to my dream. So it's a dream within a dream. It's a dream that is coming from other ancestors, coming to my dream state and then coming to me. So it comes as in the dream within a dream, like that whisper. I said this, tell your child. Then my ancestors, did you say you said this? I should tell my child this. And then it comes to me, yeah, my child, you've heard it. They said this, as in information. Okay, Babaka Tobelam. Oh, what did I do? Oh, you can pin message, guys. I didn't know that you can pin message. Wow. Can I just try this and see what this is all about? Because I can pin message and where does it go? Guys, can I just try something here? How do you sharpen your gifts or be heightened and sharp? Babaka, I'll do yours. Let me see how the pin goes. So what? Nothing happens, Mus. Unpin. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, all right, you're learning something new then. Okay, someone gives me a stick in real life, and he said he had a voice when he had a voice when he went to the bush, and the voice told him to give me a particular stick, and he said to me that stick is having powers. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Babaka, because I encourage people to listen to their ancestor spirits and guides, especially for important things like that. I tend to let people go to their ancestors first, because what we're trying to avoid is getting big things like this where people can play with us. So I tend to let in these sessions to let people to get information directly from their ancestors. And these are live sessions. It even happens with people that I work with. Information should directly come from the ancestors. If the ancestors are not giving their children information, then what the hell? So important, what the important information should come directly from ancestors. This is how I'll say it. Why would someone want to give you something that has powers and they themselves cannot take those powers and use? They want to share with you. I should not even think like that. I guess you're lucky, Babaka. What kind of powers did the stick have? But guys, remember, every person in this living, in this lifetime, can hear their own ancestors. They can listen to their ancestors. All you just have to do is pay attention, go back and listen to them. They will come and give you information. So what we're trying to do is to stop information, is it misuse? We are trying to stop people from being used. So in this day and age, ancestors, they are reachable. everyone can reach their own ancestors and get information directly from them. So even people who are helping us, they can help us, but information should directly come from the ancestors. It's very, very important so that we can come strong. If one of us lapse, if one of us get wrong information, not directly from there, people get it from somewhere where it's not even the right information, it's very difficult to keep that unity. It's very difficult for our ancestors to organize us. So we need to directly go to our ancestors so that they can keep us strong, individually strong. So we are not pulled in different places by different people. Anyway, it's the stick beat that was making me go to that. Okay, listen, how do you sharpen your gifts or be heightened and sharp? What do you mean, Lisedi? How do you heighten your gifts? What do you mean by that? Tobela, Abuya. Soul contracts, that we will do this and that before we land on earth. Is it true? If so, do we come here with our gifts and guides help us navigate, or we just carry generational gifts? Oh, beautiful, beautiful question to say. Before we come here, our path is already decided. Before we come into this existence, we already decided what we come here to do, what we are here to do, right? When we come into existence. Now, some of us will have people helping, will have people who will be here on earth to help us on this path. So we'll have people who come as maybe I shouldn't go to that one, not for this question. So you will have people to help us in this path while we are here on earth. Now, remember that you have decided what you are coming here to do. I think all ancestors, they can do this for us. If you ask questions, they can give you the information, they can show you. Remember that ancestors, they've been here, they've used whatever that they've used, they've seen whatever that they've seen. And you have being selected if people who come to help you, your guides, the spirits will be with you, helping you on your path, guiding you, right? Your ancestors I'm talking about. Now, when we're talking about gifts, generational gifts, your ancestors, the ones who were here before, they would have used some gifts, some tools, or they would have understood things that were bettering them when they were here. Remember that it's not about divination bonds. Some of your ancestors were very good talking to people, and they will talk, they'll be like the Zoomers. When they talk to people, people will understand and hear them because they have that beat of them. Like when they talk, you hear them. The message will be listened to. So when they pass away, they will want to come and give you that beat. They will give you that gift so that you can use their gift of talking in front of people, right? Or you can use that gift of seeing, because that's what they were good at. They were good at being able to see things properly as they were supposed to see them. Now, some of them, they used to understand plants. They used to understand the herbs. They used to understand animals. They studied them. They worked around them. They've been there. So they'll come with their gift because that is a knowledge that they acquired while they were living on this earth. So when they've passed on now, they want you to understand. They come to your dream state. Now they are gifting you, my child. We used to understand animals like this. We understood animals' behaviors. Like, I'm not talking about the Njeti, brown Njeti. I'm talking about generational ancestral gifts. We understood animals like this. Actually, let me just put it like this. as you see me now, right? I am learning a lot about animals. I'm learning a lot about water, different water bodies. I'm learning a lot about what am I learning as well? Birds. I'm learning a lot about trees. I'm learning about herbs, right? If I go, that knowledge is there within me. I'm going to want to share with my children. And of course, I've traveled as well. So when I was traveling, I've seen how people behave, different people behave. The things that I was, even the ones that I remember that I would have been biased as well, like looking at people, but some I would have seen them properly. But then when I go, I'll come back with that knowledge that I've acquired while I was living. I want to share it with my children. I will give them. I'll let them know about the herbs I've learned about. I'll let them know about the animals I studied. I'll let them know about the knowledge I got from the Mandawi as well, or from the Zunza as well. That is the gift that will become generational gift. Now, if my gift, the gift that I'm giving my children is limited, my knowledge is limited, then I will introduce my child, descendant, to the water spirit that used to feed me that information. That's when my children will get the mandao. Because I'll say what I have is limited. Now let me go to the source of that gift, the source where I got a little bit of more knowledge from mandao. So I'll introduce my children to the mandao because there they can get direct information from the mandao. Right? So that is when the gift, we will say we've got generational gift that is from our ancestors, the people who were like me and you. Then we'll have gifts from other water spirits. And then you'll have gifts. Sometimes it's not even generational. Me, as I am like this, the people that I meet, right? The people I meet, so the people that I work with, I mentor, the people that I sometimes assist. Now, we've got a relationships. We now have a relationship with these people. My ancestors and their ancestors, they've got a relationship, right? So remember that if I'm mentoring someone as well, I'm getting knowledge as well. And I know that my ancestors will know that, wow, that ancestor has got more knowledge than them. Now, if, like for me, I'm no longer there and I'm coming to my children with that knowledge that I used to even get from the people that I used to mentor, because they were exchanging knowledge with me. And then I know that my knowledge is no longer as good as I'm supposed to, it's not as good. So I will outsource spiritually those ancestors who seek my advice while I was there. Because remember that the relationship is now, we are connected now spiritually. So I can seek advice there from them. So you will see that sometimes you get knowledge, especially people with divination bones. It's not only your ancestors who are gifting you the divination bones, the gift of throwing bones. The people who come and teach you about the bones will be some ancestors that are not related to you, but it's just those ancestors who knows more about what? The divination bones. They're expert in divination bones. Now, if you have to look at it physically now, physically like living people, like me, now I'm giving you an example with me because everything that happens in physical terms now, you have to look at it as in, now what happens when we go? Because this knowledge as well, when we go, right? We go spiritual, isn't it? Physical, spiritual. Now, look at it this way. As I am like this as a healer, there are certain things that I know, there are certain things that I don't know. Now, I understand divining with the tools that my ancestors have taught me. I understand divining with other tools. Now, when someone comes to me with the divination that I've never heard of, I've never even seen. Now, I'm mentoring someone with something that I've never seen. That means I'm going to be going on a training to learn about that new thing that I've never seen before. Right? So if I'm gone now, now remember that I'll pass on with, now I would have learned these new things from someone who I would have been helping. Now, if I pass, right, because I'll have limited, because I can just use it as I'm using it, because it's just as simple, right? If I go pass, and I'm talking about go pass, remember that people don't like to talk about, even me, I don't like to imagine myself being an ancestor, right? But I'm just trying to make it simple as an ancestor. Now, as an ancestor, if I'm passing that new gadget divining tool to my descendant, remember that the knowledge is limited. So I'm passing that. So where am I going to get more information about that? I'm going to go to the person who introduced me to that, isn't it? So it can be generational, but sometimes generational as well, you get other people that are outsourced to give you more information related to your gifts. I was answering message, right? With the question about soul contacts. Yes, we do already have that bit where we are introduced to people, even the people we meet in this, like when it comes to soul contacts. Yes, I think because my introduction to this spiritual journey came through a soul contact that kind of journey. So the introduction was that. So that bit is a different one. Yes, we already know what we're coming here to do. But then our ancestors come with their gifts, their own gifts they give us. And then as well, as we move on spiritually, our path is more heightened. I mean, our primary purpose is more heightened. Okay. Or just gifts we are born with, and ancestors just help us navigate. Yes, the gift that you're born with is the gift of Estunia. That's the one you're born with. But remember that you are your ancestor's child. So that gene is passed down to you. You just have to access it. But you come with your own gifts. You come with your own mission. You come with whatever that you're coming here to do. Your ancestors as well, they're just excited. They'll give you what they can give you, so you can use this in the process as well while you're going on your path. Okay. Paul, do you have a video where you talk about dreaming about presidents or former president or ministers? No, I don't have. I did answer someone who was talking about president before. Remember, you have to think about if your ancestors are using celebrity, people who are big or people that you know are well known, something is being highlighted here. What you have to ask yourself is, what is the role of a president? Now think about ancestors' role as a president, right? Remember, this is heightened. This is a heightened information. Now they're using a celebrity. Now you think about the president that they use, then you have to think about how you think about the real president that they use in real life. Now think about the ancestor who's using that image, and think about the message that they're trying to bring. Now I'm talking about ancestors because sometimes they're just using the president that you know for a message that is related to what is happening in real life, isn't it? It's real life. It's not like ancestors taking the role with the image. You can see that this is something that you're watching the news about this president, and they're showing you, that president is like this. It's a different thing, that one. It's information, is live information. But when they're heightening something, it's ancestors heightening something, or whatever spirit is heightening something. So they will use that role. So the celebrated image. So how you think about that person, what you think about that person, how you think the right way to put it is the expression, how you, when you think about what comes to your mind. Let's say when you're looking at me, when you're always watching me, when you see me in the dream, what comes to your mind first? What do you think? Because you already have an impression. I would have impressed you in a difficult, in a particular way, good or bad or ugly. Even the president, good or bad or ugly. So if it is a president, obviously they've got that role, right, of a president of a country. So that means they look after everyone, isn't it? He's the president, isn't it? So it's a different thing. It is the role. And even former president, let's just say I was to use South African president, and I'm just giving you an example of how I think about people, isn't it? Mandela, Beki, the other one, the one who didn't stay for long. Zuma. Ramaphosa. These are the impressions that they give me, right? So you, what do you think of the president that they show you in the dream? And please do not judge me based on how I think about people. This is me thinking about people, and it's nothing to do with anyone. These are my ancestors. If they're using these people, that's how they want me to think. Okay. And we love our presidents. Please explain how do I listen to or communicate to my ancestors, or how can my ancestors communicate with me? But Babaka, I actually explained this, actually set up a video for you. I did a live session to answer your dreams, your questions, exactly these questions you're asking me. I did a video for you. I even put it private. I even opened a thing for you so that you can go and watch it all the time whenever you are in doubt. Just for you, I did that for you. Listen, democracy makes so much sense to talk. Okay. Rafaela, is there a spiritual meaning about a bee always around you at different times of the day? Careful with bees, they can sting. Is it stung you? Bees. Bees. Remember, it depends on where you are, right? It depends on where you are, especially when it comes to bees. Some places the bees will be there all the time, but I know you probably want me to say it is a spirit, isn't it? Be careful with bees, you don't get stung. But if you get stung, just pull that thing out so that it doesn't get worse. I wouldn't know what yours mean, Rafaela. I was just making jokes with bees. Just be careful with them. Okay, listen, I dream of Somizi most of the time. I'll start paying attention. Yes, celebrities is more of a highlight. Your ancestors are highlighting something that you need to actually pay attention to. What is happening there? Okay. And as well, sometimes, isn't it, we love people and they'll use them for reason as well to come and give us those messages. I've dreamed about Somizi before. I was not happy with my Somizi in my dream. I was so excited to actually be around Somizi, but Somizi was calling me Umtagati. Somizi in my dream was not nice to me. Not nice. Not nice. Not nice. Actually, I went to a party where I thought I was in. And I was in there. And I overheard Somizi telling others about me. That was not nice. The Somizi in my dream was not nice. I, not nice. And you know, it was more as well. It was more to do with because in that dream as well, what my ancestors were highlighting as well. Remember that I thought I was within. So obviously you will want, when you think you're within, isn't it? You want to overhear someone like him, especially if I was invited to his party, isn't it? Someone like him, when I'm like not there, saying that you, she's very good, she's very good. Referrals as well. But just said Mtaga art. And he was laughing with me and making me feel nice. The moment I just went out there, like I was out of sight, he said something like that. It's amazing, my dreams was not right. But remember, like what I'm saying, they were highlighting, my ancestors were highlighting me as actually, I wasn't even meant to be there. I actually even left my children at home, that I didn't even, okay, I should not tell you my weakness. I should not tell you the weakness that happened in that dream state. Because, hey, it's not good. When ancestors are highlighting weaknesses as well, they can actually make you feel bad. Can you imagine someone saying that? Let's say, D, Kudwano, what's the significance of random stiff necks? I don't know. I just had it. I just had random stiff neck. I was feeling somehow, you know, and I had a stiff neck, actually, like seriously stiff neck there. It's gone now. I thought I was going on a trance, which would have been unusual for me, because I don't go, my trance I just go and talk to my people. I don't do anything unusual. I'm talking about to me. I just go on a trance. I'm just so open. So going on the trance, it should be a simple thing for me and my ancestors. So I was like, hey, what is this? Anyway, we're talking about gosh, I'm not you for too long. You start worrying if you feeling you somehow. Please, I keep hearing high-pitched sounds on both ears. Sometimes it is the left and sometimes on the right. It comes and goes. Please, I watched your videos on it, but I still keep hearing it. Miss Folktail. Okay, so what happens when you ask your ancestors what this means? Ask them tonight what it means. You what? The high pitched sound. Ask them tonight what that means, so we understand. They will tell you with the dreams. Okay. Sometimes when we hear high pitch sounds, it depends. We need to rule out medical, right? We need to rule out if we've got no problems. Now, high pitch voices, high pitch noise can be different for different spirits, different entities, different. I haven't heard of ancestors with high pitch. I know of water spirits, the Abalos, and the high pitched sounds for the other ones. Mine were Waboni. And as well, the highest, loudest sound. But this was not ears. Louder sounds is as if your head is just louder sound. But this is more deep spiritual things, like when downloading things are happening, right? So it's different. So you need to find out, you need to ask your people what is actually happening with you so they can reply to you. Okay. Please, I also want to know how I can connect with my guardian. Is it possible? Yes, why not? We should all connect with our guardians. Okay. Kutlwana on, and one more please. Is there a method to ease the intensity of umkhokha, physical empathy? Umkhokha, is umkhokha physical empathy? What is physical empathy? Explain to me. I don't understand. Explain the physical empathy, Kutlwana. What is Somizi? I'm Nigerian. Oh, Somizi is a South African celebrity. He was on, probably you'll know about him. He was on Sarafina. He was, I think he's on, is it Idols? Is it South African Idols? Somizi? Very. You can just search for him on YouTube. It's very entertaining, I guess. Somizi. Well, yes, you will see him. He's there. Handsome guy. You said it not nice. Gosh, this one I'm laughing. I'm kind of feeling. Okay. All right. It's very easy to connect with your people. When you're telling them, you tell them you want to connect with them. They will show you how. They will show you if they're not talking to you yet. They will show you in the dream state. They will show you that you connect with us like this. First, if they want to teach you how you greet them, even in real life. I mean, in real life, like when you're talking to them, they'll show you greet us like this. That is how you connect. Connection, if you know prayers, if you know how to pray, so you'll know how to connect with your people, because the prayer is a form of trying to connect with the higher source, or with your guardians, isn't it? Your ancestors. You pray to connect with your ancestors. So that is connecting with them. So if you don't know who they are, you just, when you're praying, you say, I ask my people, all of my people, to come in and hear me out. This is my issues. And if they want to come and introduce themselves to you, they will come and greet you. They say, I'm this and that in the dream state. If you're not yet open, they will come and greet you in the dream state. So when they greet you in the dream state, all they're just doing is this is how they will want to be greeted, isn't it? Sometimes we even forget, we don't know how to greet our people anymore. So they'll show you we greet like this, meaning that we pray like this. We use these kind of things when you're praying with us. Right? I'm talking to you because if I'm saying Patla, you might not understand the Patla. Anyway, physical empathy, when you feel someone's pain, both emotional and physical. Okay. Oh, that's what is called physical empathy. Okay. Is there any method to ease the intensity of mkhokha? Hey, I don't know if there's any way you can ease, but it should not be affecting you too much, isn't it? Because that would be too much. That would be too much. What you're talking about would be too much. That would be too much. You should ask your people to work with you on that one, because that would be too much. That would be too much. Remember, that is the same as if you were to ask your people not to be too loud when they're talking to you. They should lower the volume, right? So if you can tell them to lower the volume, you can tell them so that the things that they show you should not actually. It's simple. It's simple. Kutlwano. It's simple. Now I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it because of when they are working on your chakras, when you're working on your kundalini, you can always tell that, oh, this intensity is too much, because as well that is something that as well that will help you be able to feel people's pain, or be able to sense, to be able to what you call physical empathy, isn't it? To sense people's emotion and sense stuff like that. So you can always tell them to adjust it, adjust it if it is too much for you. Because if someone is too much pain, especially those ones when you can feel that they've got headache, there's a headache there, someone is sitting down there, your ancestors, they're no longer talking now, they just want you to feel what that person is feeling, and then you start having that deep headache that the person is having. You'll have to tell them to lower it so it's not too much, and so it doesn't affect you too much, because we don't want to absorb too much, isn't it? Too much of other people's things, isn't it? Heaviness, we don't need that. So you need to talk to them. Okay. Do you know that some people can get it that bad? Wow. I don't have anything dramatic, but I can feel that I connect. Thank you for letting me know I'm not alone. Kanya. All right. I can function socially, but it makes sense what you are saying. Yes. Yeah, it's too much, because it's too much. It's too much. But this is the thing, isn't it? That means you're too. Does it happen with people that you're helping, or with everyone? Does it happen with only the people you're helping, or with everyone? Because that, if it is open for everyone, then then that is a struggle. Then that is a struggle. You're too open. That is a struggle. That is just too much. That is too much. Oh, that is too much. That's too much. They need to make adjustment on you. It's too much. That would be too much. Because, like, that would be too much. For some of us, we are happy to just one person, to just feel the emotions of that particular person. But a lot of different people, that would be too much. As well, we are happy when it's happy mood, when people are in happy mood. When people are not in happy mood, then it becomes like please get on with it. Get on with it. But as well, you can reach that person's higher self and please calm that one down, because it's too much. Calm them down. But if it is everyone, then that is difficult. That one is just too much. That is different, good one. I haven't had that before. Wow. 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 Wow, that is just too much. That's too much. That's too much. Hey, that would be too much. I wonder what you're operating with. The spirit that gives me that is true, but not with everyone like that. I have to be like, how do I say it? I have to be in the I've got on and off kind of thing. Like, if I'm going around people, it cannot be working if I'm not going to work. Do you understand what I mean? But if I'm going to be around people and I want to be used, then it can open, but not like open like that would be too much. That would be too much for you as a person, as a healer. Okay. Okay. Super. Okay. Yes. So that sound like yes. And with super as well, because with super, isn't it that you hear all those things you're supposed to feel and stuff like that. I guess super is a different thing, so I wouldn't know. So it must be it. I'm not saying it must be it. I don't know. I don't know much about Supe, apart from what Supe is all about. I should not say something that I should not be making guesswork here, because some people might take my guesswork as the real things when it was just me thinking otherwise. Anyway, we've been here for too long. Smoke, love life. What are you saying, Kamag? Just a remark. Thank you for your videos. They've helped to shed clarity on many things. Sometimes I feel like I'm going in and out of sanity. And I'm not sure what's going on. Yes, Kamal. Yes, we are glad that we can help. You know, I understand what you're saying. The people who've known me from the beginning, who've been with me on this journey, they can tell you, yes, some days are like that. I'm actually talking about that. In and out, in and out. Sanity, am I saying, am I not? I think I shared something before about having to ask if my fingers are the right number that I'm seeing. You know, sometimes when you're too much into spirituality, you're operating high up there spiritually. You're when you're too deep in your training, when you're just awakening, you're too deep into your spiritual bit of things, where you cannot sometimes tell whether you are operating physically as you're supposed to, or you're still operating with ancestors. Actually, you're spending too much time with ancestors to actually even see yourself operating with the living people. You heard me, right? Sometimes we can operate too much with ancestors, that it takes you 90% you spend with your ancestors, the people who've gone before us, and the spirits that cannot be seen. And then 10% you're operating physically with the living people. And then remember that if you're operating 10% here with the living people and 90% with in your spiritual bit of things, there's no balance. So sometimes you're going to be walking, and then you're going to think that you're walking on top of something when it's just walking on plain floor, right? Become spiritual with your steps. Anyway, what's happening? Mask is saying something. Tovela Mask. Your last video you uploaded helped me because I experienced exactly what you explained about the current and being shown the bad things about them. Okay, current stuff. Current partnerment. Yes. Makosi must. Yes. So I think we've been here for too long, guys, isn't it? You guys, you need to sleep. Remember, you need to prepare your ancestors, right? You need to be able to sleep on time, so that your ancestors, at this moment, your ancestors are writing scripts. Those videos when they start in the dream state, where you become a steering, you start feeling like you should be in big movies and stuff like that, because your ancestors have given you a big role in those dreams. And anyway, they are writing script, so they're gonna put you in the dream state. They're gonna make you act nicely, right? So all you just have to do is to make sure that if the way you acted, you think your ancestors didn't write the script properly, when you come out of the film, you need to sit down with your directors, the ancestors, right? You need to sit down with them and tell them how they should have played. They should have made your role in that. They should have made you play in that film of yours, because now you're telling them what you think, the way you were acting, what was going wrong with the way you were acting in your dream. You tell them that the way I was acting, my ancestors, you were showing me like I am not seeing things properly. My life is not in order. But my ancestors, according to me, I see that my life is in order. But if you played your part right, you inserted something in my life that I need most, maybe my life would have been better. Even my acting, I would have been doing my part properly in that dream state. That is you reflecting, isn't it? It's just a simple dream. Now you're reflecting nicely, explaining yourself to your ancestors. Now, if your ancestors, they think the way that you're reflecting is wrong, because even though you were acting that part that you thought you were the main lead, even though you're not the main lead, your ancestors will correct you and they will tell you, hi, my child, we hear your things that you're telling us, your reflections and stuff. I mean, that's their reply in your dream state. Unfortunately, we know you love to be a leading, you want to have a leading role, you want to be the main actor, but you were playing a supporting role. Who gave you a supporting role? But yes, now that we understand that you actually can be a proper whatever main person that they call the actors or actresses, we're going to give you this new role, right? Because the way you explain yourself looks like you're ready for it. That is your ancestor replying to your reflection, but then they're replying to you in the dream state. They're telling you what they're going to do next. Then the next dream, you see yourself there in the dream state, lucid dreaming. Not only are you an actor acting and being there telling people, you ate, or whatever you did something you were not supposed to do. I don't like you doing it like that. Now you see yourself, because now you're lucid dreaming, right? As an actor or actress, you go to the director, your ancestors in the dream state. Directors, you see the way I was acting. You made my script short. Next time, make it longer. That is you lucid dreaming, because now you understand your role. You even know the ancestors. You're going there to tell them, ancestors, what you were making me do here, I could do better. Now add more spices. Anyway, so that was just that. So let's just go and do the things. Anyway, as I was talking about the self-initiate, remember that as those signs, you cannot actually say the signs are going to be like this, like this, like this. It's actually about us and how we take in information and reply to that information that will make our ancestors see that we can self-initiate without the guidance of someone. But if you take information and you sit with it and you don't do anything, you just don't even write it down, obviously they're going to have to send you somewhere else, because they need to work with you, or they need you to grow, they need you to better yourself. But if you take what they're giving you, you reply, you take, you reply, you take, you reply, that's you self-initiating, isn't it? Isn't it? So that is the beauty of it. And you guys have been doing very well as people who listen to their ancestors, and continue doing that. And always remember that you need to go to your ancestors, and everything should be coming to your ancestors. Your ancestors, like I always say, they come first. Other people's ancestors, yes, they will help us, but your ancestors come first. Okay. My guys are times. Okay. Guys, and don't forget to like if you like the video, and remember that as well I do private sessions consultation, meaning that you ask your ancestors' permission and you can come directly to me and then you talk to me. Remember that Zori, you need to spend money. Spend money and make money. Anyway, that is all. But remember, guys, I'm gonna be here all this week. I'm gonna be here a lot with you. Even tomorrow, I might even be with you during the day if it doesn't rain. I might be going outside with you.